What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Explained, and I hope you are coping somehow, because the news and updates that has been circling around and that we got today is absolutely crazy. I just want to pull my hair off and scream. We are in dark ages under this ownership, but we're seriously gonna enter even more darker times. It's gonna be depressing if we're getting in managers that is unproven, barely has any experience, and is in mid-level. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my thoughts around it. Of course, you can leave yours in the comments down below. It might be a little bit of a rant video, but hey, how can you not get irritated when you're reading what I'm about to show you? So before we continue any further, as usually, if you want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, and hit that notification bell down below. We're going into the first news from Sky Cave, who working on Sky Sport News. Chelsea are looking for somebody who plays attractive football, who is obsessed with possession, creating an identity that Chelsea fans will be proud of, a style that Chelsea fans are used to. They want a manager who will create a side which will control and dictate the tempo of games and also have defensive stability. So they're literally saying they're looking for the perfect manager out there. The absolute perfect one. Are they looking for a Pep Guardiola or Ancelotti or a Klopp? I mean, it sounds like it, but why didn't they thought about it from the first beginning? We are 2 seasons now into the project, and we have gone through 5 different managers, right? 2 of them were interims, but still, and now we're gonna look for a 6th one. It just tells you that the project is not going in the right direction in terms of winning matches, winning trophies, finding the right gaffer for the project. They just want someone that's gonna be a yes man and stay there and just develop the players so they can then sell them later on for profit. But if they want a manager that can offer you this, then you should go for an elite gaffer. But no, they're gonna go for some unproven managers that we barely have ever heard of. But we're gonna get into it very soon, so it's worrying. But it continues further. From The Athletic, Chelsea's ownership and sporting leadership wants a manager who teaches football in the truest sense of the word. The head coach should be educating players and should be committed to a highly technical approach to the game in possession. What I'm really wondering is, why is the owner so obsessive with that we're gonna have a manager who plays possession-based football? Why can't they say they're gonna find a manager who's gonna win us trophies? I don't really understand that. And why did these sporting directors even go with Pochettino from the beginning? Because he was not gonna offer that whatsoever, except maybe improving some couple of players here and there. He was never gonna offer you this attractive, fluid, offensive, modern day football. So I'm worrying that these sporting directors, they are not doing the job they were supposed to do, because they spent 2 months to then decide and hire a Pochettino. Absolutely flopped it at PSG with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe at his side. And what does it even mean when they saying we want a head coach who teaches football in the truest sense of the word? What does that even mean? Shocked. We continue further. Pochettino's successor will have to accept the authority of the board and sporting directors, and that is literally probably why Pochettino left, and rightfully so. I mean, as I said in my previous videos, if I were Pochettino, I would also quit this job. I wouldn't put it up being a yes man and being someone that's just gonna do everything the hierarchy is telling me to do, and I can't have any say, I can't have any impact or implement any ideas myself. The control that could even stretch into elements of on-pitch coaching. Why should some people from the board and why should the sporting directors enter the pitch and bring in some on-pitch coaching? I mean, if you're bringing in a manager, you surely have to let him and his coaching staff do his work out there on the pitch. I mean, what's even the point of being a manager if you're gonna have people from above stepping onto the pitch and telling you what to do? I hope not a single manager takes this job. I hope these sporting directors will have it so damn difficult getting in a manager. I want to see no from every single manager. No one should take this job. So now we're gonna go through the manager shortlist. And it's coming from Fabrizio Romano, it's coming from Sky Sports 2. And we're starting with the first update here. Begdad Eghbali is in London overseeing Chelsea's search for a new manager. First of all, why can't, if they hired sporting directors, they don't even let them do their job to the fullest. They gonna have a say in everything. I think Todd Boehly doesn't have that much power anymore. I think it was Begdad Eghbali, Feliciano and the sporting directors holding the meeting with Pochettino, and they have taken over this project totally. Todd Boehly is just there on the sideline, but I don't believe he has any power. And why should Begdad Eghbali be in this situation and picking a manager? He doesn't know anything about football. But he wants a manager that's gonna do everything he tells that manager to do. So, the manager shortlist and the leading candidates are Kieran McKenna, Enzo Marcecha, Thomas Frank and Sebastian Hunes are the 4 leading candidates. Yep. See you guys. See you. Bye. Can't understand. I mean, fair enough. I like Bundesliga managers and German managers, as you know. Sebastian Hoeneß is someone I would have on the shortlist now, and I would talk to that manager, but I want to bring in an elite manager, please. But the other guys, I mean, Thomas Frank, the guy doesn't have a winning mentality, and he won't offer that sort of football you are looking for. McKenna is a former Spurs youth manager. I want to have anything to do with Arsenal or previous Spurs managers. We already had to experience Pochettino. And these guys has been managers in the championship. Sure, they brought up 2 teams now. McKenna brought up Ipswich, and Marcecha won the league with Leicester and the game promotion up to the Premier League. But what do they have experience with a top team? Do they have experience with elite players? Do they have a CV in winning multiple trophies? Marcecha was assistant manager for 1 year on the club, Pep Guardiola, and he's literally trying to copy his football. And I don't really think that's gonna suit the players. I mean, is Gusto and Reece James gonna stay back as an inverted fullback and create a back three, and they won't have the license to bomb forward? I'm not so sure. Further, according to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea have not had any contact with the following managers: Conceição, Company, Conte, Tuchel, Flick, Mourinho, De Zerbi. That was a surprise. I thought they were gonna hire De Zerbi because all they can think of is being like Brighton. Company, I understand, not good enough, and they don't want managers that is elite in Mourinho, Flick, Tuchel, and Conte, because they're gonna argue with the board, and they don't want that. Conceição is Porto's manager. He has won many trophies. He is a 3-time Portuguese champion. He has won the cup 3 times, and the Cup Winners' Cup, etc. And is an experienced coach. So Conceição, I would like to talk to at least as well. It's a picture of Tommy Tuchel and Roman Abramovich. Man, I miss these guys. What has happened to our football club? There was one thing sacking Porsche, because I didn't like him whatsoever. But if you're sacking him, you need to bring in a better manager than him. So it gets me worried. It gets me worried. It gets me irritated. It gets me going a little rant because I'm scared. Tell was mentioned in one report. He's the Girona manager. Think he's extremely talented, but he's got the players he asks for. And he's doing something very special. He plays a very advanced position play football. It's gonna take time for him to implement that. Can he implement that at Chelsea? I'm not so sure. I mean, I wish we had a list to pick from elite managers. Say it for last time, Sebastian Hanesh is someone I at least would talk to here. And consider maybe. But, I mean, the Serbi, I think he did an amazing job last season after he took over Graham Potter. I think he can get us to score a lot of goals, but his Brighton side was open like a book on counterattacks, and they leaked so many goals. Amorim is someone that coming out news that he doesn't match the philosophy that the Chelsea board is trying to build here. So I don't know. I made my personal shortlist here, potential. I would probably get rid of Michel here because I'm scared. Hanesh, someone I would talk to, and Conceição. Think Amorim doing a fantastic job at Sporting Lisbon. He's someone I would talk to. Roger Schmidt at Benfica. Like German managers, as I'm stressing. I think he's an experienced coach. Done a great job too there in Champions League as well. But, you know, I feel like every manager is a risk. It depends on what risk you're willing to take. Thomas Tuchel will be free agent, but I don't see that's going to happen. Nagelsmann, he's busy with the German job, but he's someone I will absolutely like to have here too. I don't know. I made a potential lineup how we could look like if we brought in Sebastian Hanesh, because he's the only one I could potentially pick out of the 4 candidates, and he will play a 4-4-2, 4-2-4 or 4-2-3-1. He likes to have 2 strikers up front, one being more a shadow striker, and that could be then Nkunku behind Jackson. We will have Mudryk, Palmer on the flanks, Fernandes and Caicedo in the pivot. We will have James Cucurella as fullbacks, Colwill and Disasi as centre backs. It will look similar like to a Pochettino lineup, but what I really like from Sebastian Hanesh is that he likes his fullbacks to be advanced further up the pitch and join the attack and putting in crosses, taking shots, and he likes to have his pivot staying back a little bit. One of them can go forward and join the attack, and that could be Enzo, that could be Caicedo. But he likes to build up with his pivot, centre backs and goalkeeper. And he likes to have players attacking inside the box, creating overloads on the flanks. He can press high up the pitch, he can sit in a mid block and press as well, whilst also sit in a rest defense. He's tactical flexible, has some experience from Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, was in the Bayern München ranks too. Here for the future, I hope it's gonna turn out well, but I'm not confident whatsoever in these owners and directors. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you somewhat enjoyed this video, make sure you like this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for another video tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you then, and I'm out. Peace.